like we used to for a bit. But if you go outside in the hallway, there are some plastic candles and you can grab a pair, turn them on and put them on the tray. We're not setting up real candles yet though. So if each family would like to send one representative out into the hallway, that's where you saw them. I hope I'm pretending like you're right. Yeah, there's a basket with plastic candles and you should definitely go get some plastic candles. And the little kids can turn them on and off like 2,000 times during the service.
So Florence, since this is your private stream Shabbat service, Rabbi John just said, oh, hold on, you're still on mute. Oh, sorry, something got bumped here. They are doing a little bit of a different procedure with the candles. They're actually lighting them out in the hallway, like one family, so they don't have people crowding inside the sanctuary.
Don't get that right now.
So, all right, here we go.
So when you're designing, you want someone greeting at the door, and I wanted 3 stations greeting at the door. I wanted a tzedakah station. We're saying this week's tzedakah is and talking to people about it, so that way they can engage more people in conversation. And then the candle table. Right now, no one's engaged. So, but it's problematic because right now it's not working, and that's what's so bad. Here
we go. Shabbat Shalom, everybody. They're just getting set up to start the service.
I know Temple 4 times our size only got 50 people to their own big services. Testing. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. I'm going to turn off this microphone then. Hey, Dan. I'm not really a fan of UNLV, so I wish you would take it off. We'll need it for our announcements. So I'll just turn it back on then. That's better for me. If you had the USC one, you could wear it whenever you want. Sorry? Okay, yeah. I might move it over here till they come up, if that's okay with you. Yeah, it's Rob.
Right? Yeah. All right. Do you want to do screen mirroring?
Get up.
And then we can do Shalom Aleichem. Adam Friedman, are you good? Okay. How many people do we have online? Everyone's here tonight. That's really funny. Okay. Thing. You ready? Shabbat Shalom, everybody.
Shabbat Shalom.
That was a beautiful response, a response I've not been able to hear now for a long, long time. Because usually I scream into that Zoom window, Shabbat Shalom, and then I mute everybody and I just see a bunch of lips do this. It's great to hear voices. I will say my biggest disappointment about tonight is I had to put on shoes today. So if you feel like taking your shoes off because that's the way you've been praying, please take them off. Unless someone complains about the odor, then you'll have to put them back on. So we've gathered for Shabbat in person. We've shared a Shabbat meal together. It might not have been fancy. It might not have been chicken. It might not have been gefilte fish, but it was a meal we had as a community. And what was amazing about this meal is we had so many generations, but look at the front rows. We have so many young children with us. We have a group of teens over here. We have people of all ages joining us tonight for our first Shabbat back in this sanctuary. That is Kol Tikva. That is what we are known for. And everyone who's been a member here knows that. We're here for our multi-generational groups. We're here to connect to one another. We are here to be a kehilah, a community. We've tried our best over the last months to be just that, and we tried hard, and we succeeded as best we could on Zoom. But it's really nice to be here in person. So since we've come back to be here in person, it's really important to do a prayer. And we do a prayer, a very special prayer that you all probably know, at moments of joy. And what could be a more joyous moment than looking around us and saying, we are back home. So if you know the Shechianu, please say it with me. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, Shechianu, v'kiyamanu, v'higianu, lazman hazeh. Thank you, God, for bringing us to this time, to this place, to this Friday night. May we come back again and again and again so we can celebrate with joy in our hearts. Now, Cantor Noah has changed her appearance over the last few months. This is Andrew. Andrew is an aspiring cantor. He'll be studying at AJR this year. He's joining us tonight. Let's please say a Shabbat Shalom to him.
Shabbat Shalom.
So I'm going to ask him to warm us up with, I believe, Hinei Matov. Here we go.
Hine matovu manayim, shevet achim gam yachad. Hine matovu manayim, shevet achim gam yachad. Hine matov, shevet achim gam yachad. Hine matov, shevet achim gam yachad. Hine matov manayim, 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 shevet achim gam yachad. Hine matov, la 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 la. Hine matov, la 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 la.
The masks are amazing. You know why? I know many people here want to sing at the top of their lungs, but they've been too scared to do that over the years. Your face is hidden. Sing as loud as you want. No one will know. It is perfect. So I expect the volume to increase on each prayer and each melody. So we're going to turn to Shalom Aleichem right now. Shalom Aleichem is found on page 142. And it speaks about angels, those angels who enter our presence every Shabbat. They come, they bless us, and then they move on to the next house or to the next synagogue, and they bless them too. Because every home, every sanctuary, every group of people who come together to do good and to be good, they deserve a blessing. Shalom Aleichem.
Shalom Aleichem, Malachei Hasharet, Malachei Elyon, Mi Melech, Malachei Hamlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Boachem Leshalom, Malachei Hashalom, Malachei Elyon, Mi Melech, Malachei Hamlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Barchuni Leshalom, Malachei Hashalom, Malachei Elyon, Mi Melech, Malachei Hamlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Tzitchem Leshalom, Malachei Hashalom, Malachei Elyon, Mi Melech, Malachei Hamlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu.
We turn to page 130 for L'chu Narana Na. Come, let us sing joyously to all that is holy. Let us move, let us strive toward holiness. Page 130, L'chu Narana Na.
L'chu Narana Na, L'chu Narana Na, L'chu Narana Na, L'Adonai. L'chu Narana Na, L'chu Narana letzor yishenu nekadma fana betoda. Naria, letzor yishenu nekadma fana betoda. Luneranena, lech luneranena, lech luneranena, ladonai. Lech luneranena, lech luneranena, lech luneranena, ladonai.
We turn to the bottom of page 135 for Romemu. Let us praise and exalt God. Exalt Adonai, our God, and bow towards God's holy hill. For Adonai, our God, is holy. Romemu.
Romemu Adonai Eloheinu ve'ishtachavu lehar kodsho. Romemu Adonai Eloheinu ve'ishtachavu lehar kodsho. Ki kadosh Adonai Eloheinu Romemu. Ki kadosh Adonai Eloheinu Romemu. Let's do it one more time. Romemu Adonai Eloheinu ve'ishtachavu lehar kodsho. Romemu Adonai Eloheinu ve'ishtachavu lehar kodsho.
We turn to page 138 for Lakado D. What I'd like everyone to do, though, is to take a moment and put their feet flat on the ground, if your feet reach. I know the front rows might have trouble with that. I'd like everyone just to relax for a moment. And maybe we could all go, shh. Let's listen to Shabbat entering this space. Let's feel Shabbat entering this space. Let us sense Shabbat entering this space. Let's take a big, deep breath in, and let's hold it. And let's let it out. Another deep breath in, and then let out that stress of the week. Now think about the joy of Shabbat, the joy you will find over the next 24 hours, and take a deep breath in. Hold it and let it out. Now it's our time to welcome in the Sabbath bride because we are prepared to do it. So we turn to page 138. We'll be doing verses 1, 2, 5, and 9. Rising on verse 9 and facing the back door.
Lecha lecha dodi likrat kala penei Shabbat nekavela. Lecha lecha dodi likrat kala penei Shabbat nekavela la 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 lecha dodi likrat kala penei Shabbat nekavela la 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 lecha dodi likrat kala penei Shabbat nekavela. Shamor v'zachor b'dibor echad Yishmi anu el hameyuchad Adonai echad u'shemo echad Leshem otiferet velitzi la 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 lecha dodi likrat kala penei Shabbat nekavela la 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 lecha dodi likrat kala penei Shabbat nekavela. Likrat Shabbat lechu v'nelcha ki hi mekor haberacha merosh mikedem nesu בטוחה. סוף מעשה במחשבה תהילה, לה 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 לך לך דודי, לקראת קלה, פני פני שבת נקבלה, לה 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 לך דודי, לקראת קלה, פני שבת נקבלה. התעוררי, כי באורך ומיורי, אורי, שיר דברי, כבוד אדוני עלייך נגלה, לה 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 לך דודי, לקראת קלה, פני שבת נקבלה, לה 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 לך דודי, לקראת קלה, פני שבת נקבלה.
Just face the back door.
בואי בשלום עטרת בעלה, גם בשמחה ובצלה, תוך אמוני ים סגולה, בואי חלה, בואי חלה. לך דודי, לקראת קלה, פני שבת נקבלה, לך דודי, לקראת קלה, פני שבת נקבלה, לה לך דודי, לקראת קלה, פני שבת נקבלה, לך דודי, לקראת קלה, פני שבת נקבלה.
You guys can keep dancing. Everyone else can sit down. It's my honor to ask Laura, Glenn, Samantha, and Alex Rabney to come forward to light our Shabbat candles. Laura is our new president. She's been in the job, 9-10 days. She's still enjoying it. I figure we got another 12 days left of that. And if you look at Glenn's name tag, what does it say, Glenn? And he's the first gentleman, so. If you could please light our Shabbat candles.
Do a different version. Lie. Oh, that's the Baruch Hu. Never mind. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu Lehadlik ner shel Shabbat.
And Laura and her family, a wonderful 2-year journey. May it be filled with blessings. We now turn to page 146 of the Baruch Hu. If everyone could please stand up and face the ark. This is the official start of the service. Everything to this moment has been warm up, but I'm sure because it's 99 degrees outside, we are already nice and warm. We face the ark, which doesn't seem to be on tonight. We'll plug it in, I guess, later. Here we go.
Lie, 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 lie. Lie, 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 lie. Lie, 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 lie. Lie, 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 lie. Lie, 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 lie. Lie, 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 lie. Lie, 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 lie. Shem kevod malechuto leolam va'ed.
What do we say? Yasher Koach?
Yasher Koach.
Yasher Koach. Good job, ladies. You can take a seat. Thank you all. You did great. Now you can all sit down. We're going to go into the Vahafta. Everyone saw how quickly they came up. Watch this now, okay? Hey, teens, can you guys come lead the Vahafta? Oh, they're actually coming. I thought that wouldn't work. If you need a book, bring it with you. The Vahafta is on page 154. You guys will all need to line up on the yellow line right there. Wow, that was the easiest time I've ever called teens up. Good leadership. And you're going to, everyone, Mike, don't hurt anybody. All right, and please, you're going to follow along with the cantor on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3.
Ve'ahavta et Adonai Elohecha v'chol levavecha u'v'chol nafshecha u'v'chol me'otecha ve'hayu advarim ha'ele asher anochi metzavecha hayom al levavecha Veshinantam levanecha, vedibarta bam, veshivtecha bevetecha, uvelechtecha vaterech, uveshachbecha, uvekumecha, ushartam leot al yadecha, vehayule totafot beinenecha, Uchtavtam al mezuzot beitecha uvisharecha yashanti skeru vositem et kol mitzotai vihitem kedoshim leolechem ani Adonai Elohechem Asher hotzeti etchem me'eretz Mitzrayim liot lachem le'Elohim ani Adonai Elohechem emet.
And we wish them
Yasher Koach.
great job, guys. Seriously, great job. And you guys can leave the stage now. I'm feeling pretty lucky tonight, but I know if I called up board members, nobody would come forward. So we're going to move on to the Micha Mocha found on page 158. The Micha Mocha is a song of extreme joy. Imagine having been a slave for over 400 years. Imagine being released, but then being chased by that Egyptian army. Imagine crossing between those two giant walls of water. Imagine seeing your enemy drowned in those waters. Imagine knowing that you were finally free. The joy they felt at that moment, well, they sung about it. And the words they used were the words of the Micha Mocha.
Lots of lies in this one, so you should all be singing along. Lie, 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 lie. Lie, 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 lie. Lie, 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 lie. Mi kamocha ba'elim Adonai, mi kamocha ne'etar b'kodesh, nora tehilot osef eleh, nora tehilot osef eleh. Malechutecha ra'uvanecha, bokei hayam lifnei Moshe, ze'eliyanu ve'amru, Adonai yimloch le'olam va'ed, Adonai yimloch le'olam va'ed. Lies again. Lie, 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 lie. Lie, 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 lie. Lie, 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 lie.
We turn to page 160 for Hashki Venu. Hashki Venu is a prayer we say where we ask God to shelter us, to protect us, to give us peace. It's a prayer I think that, well, whether you knew you were saying it or not, you've probably been saying its idea for the past year. Please shelter me, protect my family, protect my friends, protect my community, protect this world. Hashki Venu, a tent of peace, a shelter of peace. That's what we want for everyone.
Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu Leshalom, Leshalom. V'ha'amidenu Malkeinu Lechaim. Ufros aleinu Sukat Shlomecha, Ufros aleinu Sukat Shlomecha. Amen. Shelter us beneath thy wings, O Adonai. Guard us from all harmful things, O Adonai. Keep us safe throughout the night, till we wake with morning's light. Teach us, God, wrong from right. Amen, amen. Amen, amen. Amen.
I think we should say Yasher Koach for that beautiful rendition. Beautiful. We now take a moment for the Misha Barak prayer. We say the Misha Barak for those who are ill of mind, body, and spirit. On tonight's list, Sarah Alone, Pamela Abraham, Jim Banlin, Bert Brooks, Gil Cherish, Miles Dietz, Debbie Dunner, Diane Fentel, Martin Finling, Sharon Friedman, Pearl Ginsburg, Bonnie Halpern, Jessica Israel Elite, Herb Jaffe, Michael Jesser, Sarah Knopf, Mark Mann, Jackie Jean Michaels, Laura Mitchell, Milt Morris, Joni Morse, Sylvia Nemiroff, Lynn Newman, Bryn Pime, Wendy Rosenblum, Wayne Shaw, Marvin Sagerman, Gail Silva. We also think about all those who are suffering because of that terrible tragedy in Miami. And of course, tragedies happening around this world. If you have someone you would like to be mentioned for this healing prayer, please share that name out loud. Thank you.
Sonia Pascal.
Misha Barak Avatenu Vimotenu. May the God of our ancestors grant our Fuah Shlema a complete and full healing to all those we name tonight and to all those we hold in our hearts. And together we say, Amen. The singing of Misha Barak.
Mi sheberach avoteinu mekor habracha leimotenu. May the source of strength, who blessed the ones before us, help us find the courage to make our lives a blessing, and let us say, Amen. Mi sheberach imotenu mekor habracha leavotenu. Bless those in need of healing with refuah shlema, the renewal of body, the renewal of spirit, and let us say, Amen.
We now rise for the Amidah. The Amidah is found on page 164. We must remember to always pray as if everything depends on God and to act as if everything depends on us. We bring God into this world through our actions and our words. The Amidah.
Adonai sefatai tiftach ufia kitehilatecha. Adonai, open up my lips that my mouth may declare your praise. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu, v'Elohei avotenu v'imotenu, Elohei Avraham, Elohei Yitzchak, v'Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rachel, v'Elohei Leah, Ha'el Hagadol, Hagibor v'Hanora, El Elyon, Gomel Chasadim Tovim, V'konei hakol, v'zocher chastei avot v'imot, umevi geula livnei v'nehem, lema'an shemo b'yahava, melech ozer umoshia umagen, baruch atah Adonai, magen Abraham ve'ezrat Sarah, atah gibor le'olam Adonai, Mechaye hakol ata rav lehoshia, morid hatal, mechalkel chayim bechesed, mechaye hakol berachamim rabim, somech noflim verofei cholim, umatir asurim, umekayem emunato, Lishenei afar, micha mocha ba'al gevurot, umidom elach, melech memit, umechaye, umatzmiach Yeshua, v'ne'eman atah lahachayot kol hakol, baruch atah Adonai, mechaye hakol. Hakadosh v'shimcha kadosh v'kadosh kol yom v'lasela baruch atah Adonai ha'el hakadosh.
We continue silently through page 180. When you're done with your silent prayer, you may be seated.
We're gonna do Shalom Rav. If you know the words, please join along. Shalom Rav al Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam. Shalom Rav al Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam. Ki ata
his son, and he went out into the world barely saying goodbye to his wife, to his children, to his community. And he went searching for this bridge. He didn't know where it was, but he knew it existed. He knew he would find it, and he knew he would find the treasure he sought. So he searched and searched. And days turned into weeks, and weeks turned into months, and months turned into years. And just as he was about to give up, he found that bridge. And there he was in a village, and people going across this bridge. How could he go underneath and start digging to find that treasure? He had to wait. So he went over to Osh, he bought himself a shovel, and he waited. And he waited and he waited. And the sun went down, and the people went home. He took a shovel and he went under that bridge. And the rocks looked just like the rocks he had dreamed about. And he dug and he dug and he dug. He dug for hours. And then suddenly he heard a voice. "What are you doing over there?" And he stopped and he peered out into the darkness. And out of that darkness came a local, policeman, an official, an officer. And he said again, "What are you doing over there?" And there he is with a shovel and this big pile of dirt and a lot of frustration because he'd been digging for hours and he thought his wealth would be right there. His buried treasure would be right there. And he saw this man's weapon at his side and he said, "I've been searching for treasure. I had a dream, and if I can find it, I'll share it with you. And he looked at this officer, and the officer looked at him, and the officer said, you know something? I had a dream. My dream was that I'd find a man like you under this bridge. And I dreamt that I had to tell him to go home. A home to a family that loved him, home to a community that loved him, home where he could be himself and enjoy that which was his. And the man put down his shovel and he returned home. And he found once again that he had a loving spouse, that he had loving children, that he had a loving community. So often what we want, we think is somewhere over there. Our treasure, our worth, our wealth is over there, and we don't see that it is right here in our homes and in our communities. And I always find it fascinating because so many of our stories, the stories of our people, are about returning home. I don't even have to start mentioning them unless you really want me to, but there's so many where Jews have to get home again. When we look at our daily prayers, we even have a daily prayer that says, take me back to Jerusalem. Every day we say that, take me home. Because if we can get back home, we can figure out who we are. I began to think about this idea of my own personal Jerusalem today. And maybe each one of us has that personal Jerusalem. Maybe it is our home. Maybe it's the cities where we grew up. I know whenever I go back to Louisville, Kentucky, it's like returning home again. Maybe it's the temple and synagogues that we either live in or we grew up in. And maybe our Jerusalem is just when we get together with family and with friends and are just at one with them. But I believe that we return to our personal Jerusalems in order to remember the past and to forge a new future based on the love and support of those we treasure. Now I began to think about finding treasure at home, and I stumbled across this great piece this morning. Just in last May, there was a home in Western Massachusetts that was about to be sold. It was a family home that the family had owned for 60 years, multiple generations, bought in the 50s. And it was believed that the first owner buried treasure there. And the family had spent 60 years after this man's death looking for it. They had ripped up boards throughout the house. They had hired general contractors to take apart walls. They brought metal detectors. They looked everywhere. And they had to sell the house. They didn't know what to do. So they hired a professional, well, what is the term? A professional, I've got this written down. This will drive me crazy. I kept my finger on it. They found a professional treasure hunter. I think is what they called him, a professional treasure hunter. And guess what happened? Guess how long it took this man to find the treasure? You're pretty close, Vicky. It took him under an hour. It took him 50 minutes to find a hidden $46,000 that had been there since the 50s. That was quite the happy family, I am sure. So sometimes, I guess the treasure you find at home could actually be a wad of cash. Now, I think for most of our experiences, we have the story that the treasure is actual cash, and this story is fact. And then we have a story like I told at the beginning of this drosh, where it's a fictional, mythical story. It's about going home and realizing your home is really the treasure. But I make a bet that most of us believe in that first story more than the second. Most of us aren't ripping up floorboards to find literal cash. Most of us are trying to find what centers us, what makes us whole. We're trying to find our community, our own personal treasure. So I want you to look around you right now. Take a look. Take a look at people. Take a look at walls. Take a look at the Ark and the Torahs. Because treasure is all around you in this sanctuary. Kol Tikva has been a home for the West Valley Jewish community since the day it opened its doors, which I think was about 28 years ago when the synagogues came together. And that didn't end just because of a pandemic. We are gathered here tonight in person for the first time since Purim of 2020. Since Purim of 2020. We've had quite a journey, but we're here. We're back again. But let's remember, we never stopped gathering. We gathered on Zoom. We used technology to the best, well, to the furthest extent we could. But it sure does feel good to be back home again, doesn't it? So no matter how far you wander, no matter how much time has passed, when you come here, you should know that you're surrounded by family, friends, and community. So spread the word. It's time to come back. It's time for us to gather, to be together, to function as a community, and to find that special treasure we call Kol Tikva. Shabbat Shalom, everybody. And now it's my honor to ask our president, Laura Rabney, who's still enjoying the presidency, to come forward. Laura, there's a microphone for you right here. Thanks. Over there.
I'm already causing problems. No, I want my microphone here, not over there. It's so funny. Shabbat Shalom, everyone. So happy to be here. We're all together. Woo! And I want to thank Rabbi John, as always, and Andrew Pascal and Bob Remstein and all of our amazing volunteers helping us earlier tonight and today. I also want to thank Saray Shenkin and the Report and Writer families for sponsoring tonight's service. Thank you, thank you, thank you. It's so funny. Rabbi John just did this whole thing about being back in the building, and it's so funny. This is exactly what I have written. This is almost verbatim. So since my husband's a writer and he wrote it, I have to say it. I have a good speechwriter now. So as the new president of Temple Kol Tikva, I get the special pleasure of welcoming everyone back into our home for the first time in a long while. And while it's great to be back in this building, I believe the way everyone pulled together over the last 16 months due to the pandemic has shown us that our temple is not just this building. It's all of you. It's our clergy, it's our staff, it's our community. Because it didn't matter whether we could come in here or not, we pulled together and we celebrated together every week and with every holiday. So, really the congregation is not just the building, and it's no matter where we are, we'll always find a way to gather. I'd also really like to recognize someone very special. Someone who over the last 16 months continued to go above and beyond what anyone could have ever asked her to do. Anything you asked, it was done. So Lorene, can you come up, please? She doesn't know we're doing this. We would not be here without this lady. We would not be here. She's incredible. Little token so you can remember. But she is the greatest.
I have no speech.
Thank
you, everybody.
We love her. Okay, now to the announcements. So high holidays, can you believe it? They're like in 7 weeks. They're right around the corner, just a couple months away. And also we just, as you know, started our new fiscal years, which means membership dues are ready to come in, and our renewals as soon as possible. And it's funny, we've talked a little about this, and we don't really want to call it membership anymore. It's your commitment to our community and helping all of us grow and our community as well. So those renewals are due, and it's so easy just to go on our website, click the link tab that says join us, and it's super easy just to fill it out, and hopefully everyone will do that soon. And we're always going to be here now in person, but if you feel nervous, wave hello to the camera, because we have been Zooming all night. So anybody that didn't want to come in, is on that Zoom screen, and we're still streaming to all of our social channels. So we will always have that. We have 10 on Zoom. Hi, everyone on Zoom.
Hello.
So that
Hello,
is all
hello.
there. If there's ever a time where you just feel like you want to Zoom in instead, we're going to be doing that. Beach Shabbat is our annual favorite, and it's coming up on July 30th. So please join us at Westward Beach Lifeguard Tower 2 at 5:30 for picnicking, and service will begin at 6:30. Please bring your chairs, your picnic dinner, light sweater, and enjoy the beautiful fresh air with the Shabbat service with Rabbi John and Cantor Noah. As you know, there's so many amazing programs that we're doing. We have so many things planned for this year that we're so excited to be able to get back to doing. So look out for those emails every Thursday, and you'll always know what's going on. And that's everything. Shabbat Shalom.
I want to point. Oh. Let me move that mic first. If you're not aware, our Torahs have to be updated, have to be fixed every few years. We have not done it in 10 years. And right now, Tina DeGan, Tina, could you stand right now? Tina DeGan, our religious practices vice president, chairperson, she is leading a charge to raise funds to fix these Torahs. They all need repairs. So please, if you want to assist or hear about what she's already accomplished and what she's going to be accomplishing, talk to her during Oneg. Very quickly, if you've never been here before, would you mind standing? I know it's a little embarrassing, but that way everyone will know to say hi to you. Don't be that. So please, everyone, with our members, please look at all these people and make sure you say hi to them. I've got lots of board members. You guys can be seated. Now, could the board members all stand up, please? Great. And now keep standing. And the people who haven't been here before, please stand up. Okay. Whoever is closest to you, please make sure you talk to them later. Thank you very much. Have a seat now. We now turn to page 598 for the mourner's Kaddish. Our hearts turn to those who are no longer on this earth, but who once were. People who played special roles in our lives. People who influenced us. People who made us into who we are today. So it's key within Judaism to remember them, because we are a people who believe in Lador Vador from generation to generation. And I'm going to ask the kids right now to go shh just for a second. On our recently departed list, Daniel Wright, remembered by the Rapport family. Murray Weiner, remembered by the Leiterman family. Shirley Garson, remembered by the Garson family. Rhonda Michelson, remembered by Vicky Sklar. Charlotte Bernstein, remembered by the Newborn and Bernstein families. Beverly Levine, is it Levine or Levine? Levine? Beverly Levine, remembered by the Rapport and Writer families. Liesel Spiegel, who passed at age 101, remembered by Marta Sonderman. We also think about those who died during this season in years past. Tony Cordier, Helen Falkowitz, Ralph Freund, Bruce Fromm, Marilyn Hassan, David Holtz, Ted Holtz, Charles Comrosh, Jerome Cadden, David B. Corpiel, Molly Leiterman, Morris Levitt, Harry Mann, Milton Newborn, Esther Oren, Harold Parks, Burden Rockoff, Judy Rosen, Phyllis Leah Schaffner, Marion Sherman, Tina Skier, Sturt Sobel, Stanley Spiro, Hilda Weiner, and Ken Wildman. If you have an additional name for either our Kaddish or our Yortzeit list, or if I mispronounce the name of someone you love, please say the name out loud. If you're in the first 7 days of mourning, Shiva, please rise. If you're in the first 30 days of mourning, Shloshim, please rise. If you're in the first year of mourning, please rise. If you're observing a yortzeit, please rise. These are the mourners in our midst. We rise to show them our support and our love. We are on page 598. Yitgadal v'yikadash shmei Rabbah, v'alma divrach hirutei v'amlich malchutei, v'chayechon v'yomechon v'chayei l'chol Beit Yisrael, b'gala v'zman kari v'imru, amen. Yehei shmei Rabbah mevarak le'olam u'lamei almaya. Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh v'yitadar v'yitaleh v'yitalal shmei dekudsha b'rechu. Leila min kol birchata v'shirata, tushbachata v'nechamata, damiran bi'alma v'imru, amen. Yehei shlama rabba min shmaya, v'chayim aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'imru, amen. Oseh shalom b'mromav, hu yaseh shalom, aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'imru, amen. May the one who makes peace on high grant peace to all who mourn, to all Israel, and to all humankind. And together we say, amen. If you're comfortable putting your arm around the people next to you, please do so. Please ask them if you don't know them. And now our closing song.
Say shalom bimromav, hu yaseh shalom aleinu. Oh, say shalom bimromav, hu yaseh shalom aleinu. Oh, say shalom bimromav, hu yaseh shalom aleinu. Yaseh shalom. Yaseh shalom, shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael. Yaseh shalom, yaseh shalom, shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael. Oh, say shalom bimromav, hu yaseh shalom aleinu. Oh, say shalom bimromav, hu yaseh shalom aleinu. Oh, say shalom bimromav, hu yaseh shalom aleinu. Yaseh shalom, yaseh shalom, shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael. Yaseh shalom, yaseh shalom, shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael.
Rob and Terry Muline, come forward to hold our Kiddush cup tonight. Terry disappeared. What happened to Terry? Okay. We're going to hold up this Kiddush cup and hold up our imaginary Kiddush cups. As you guys can see, we normally give out little cups. We're not doing that tonight. We're still figuring out our health code issues. So you're going to have to pretend you have grape juice. We apologize. Here we go. Do the short version.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam borei peri hagafen lechaim.
Take a little sip. And now you all have your plastic bags of challah. I'm going to ask Rob to uncover the challah that's here. Thank you. It takes a lot of time to do this. I was very impressed. Fran, thank you. Fran, wave at everybody. She cut up all this challah today. Rob, I need you to hold up this challah right now. If you don't know Rob, he's our past president. All point towards the challah. As we do in religious school, let's all say yummy, yum, yum.
Yummy, yum, yum.
Here we go.
Hamotzi lechem min haaretz. We give thanks to God for bread. Our voices join in happy chorus as our prayer is humbly said. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam. Hamotzi lechem min haaretz.
Take a little bite of that to make it kosher. And now we eat our challah. We all yell out Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
Oh, I made you do that with food in your mouth. I love that. All right. This concludes our service. We have Oneg. Please introduce yourself to new people. Move outside your comfort zone. Say hello to people. Did a great job tonight. Really great job.